Hello everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're going to do the weekend forecast today, having a detailed look at the weather for the next 7 days. Before I go on with the video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There usually be a video ad overlaying my weather videos at gazweathervids.com. And please play both of the ads. You'll be supporting gazweathervids.com by doing that. I want to mention the websites I'm using for the video. Got radar pitch coming from the UK Met Office, and we've got the charts from weatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. All three of those websites can be found on my links page. They've been seeing a lot in the headlines just recently in the newspapers about 2012 being the wettest year since records began. I'm a bit dubious about this really, because we had a very dry start to the year from January to March, so it would be very surprising were 2012 to be the wettest calendar year from January to December since records began. But certainly that period from April through to now, December, has been phenomenally wet, and maybe it has been the wettest year. Perhaps that the rainfall from April to December has been enough to offset the very dry weather at the start of the year. I certainly want to see the facts and the figures before I put too much credence on it. You never can take things that's read in the newspapers all that seriously, in my experience, particularly when it comes to the weather. But in the coming week, we're actually going to find some drier weather coming along. We're going to build in a ridge of high pressure. I was talking about this in the video on Thursday. Ridge of high pressure starting to build up from the southwest, and yes, it does look as though we're going to get a little bit of dry weather, but how long that lasts, I'm not entirely certain. We could well start to see that breaking down as early as next weekend, actually. So it may not be that high pressure lasts as long as I was hoping it would do. Anyway, let's get on with the forecast for the weekend, and this is the radar pitch for today. And more heavy rain here across England and Wales from a trough of low pressure, the pinks and reds indicating some very heavy rainfall indeed coming across England and Wales. It can only add to the high river levels that we've already got going on. So again, there's more of a risk of flooding across parts of the country, I'm afraid, today. This is the jet stream. I know some of you like to see the jet stream. This is where the jet stream is just at the moment. It's more or less running over the top of the country, actually. So yeah, that's the jet stream. Strong jet stream coming across the Atlantic, running into Europe, taking all of those areas of low pressure with it. So this is today's chart from the GFS model. This is for 6 o'clock this evening. Low pressure dominating up to the northwest of the country, 955 millibars around Iceland. Very deep area of low pressure, bringing in this westerly wind, and this here is where the weather system will be by 6 o'clock this evening, taking heavy rain across East Anglia and South East England. So that's the process through the course of today. We find heavy rain moving across England and Wales, some really wet weather. Eventually that'll clear away into the North Sea, and then we're looking at sunshine and showers coming into the west, but it'll probably keep raining all day, certainly through daylight hours across East Anglia and South East England. Now these showers coming in from the west are coming in much colder air, so we could well find some fairly significant snow turning up over the high ground of western and southwestern Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, maybe northwestern England as well. Temperatures will be taking a tumble through the course of days. That rain clears, just 3s and 4s in the north, in the south up to around 10-50 Fahrenheit, but they will drop those temperatures as that rain moves through. Overnight we're left in this cold run of west to northwesterly winds across the country, so it is going to be a colder night. We're going to have more wintry showers across Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, maybe North Wales as well. Most of the snow in those showers over higher ground, but there will be some coming down to lower levels at times, and don't be at all surprised if you wake up to a covering of snow across some parts of western and southwestern Scotland, maybe the higher ground of northwestern England as well. Very few of the showers going through to central and eastern parts of England. There we keep it mainly dry overnight, but there will be some blustery showers out to west across Wales and the southwest. It's going to be a colder night tonight. Temperatures as low as -2 across Scotland, despite this very strong wind and the wintry showers. Temperatures will be below freezing up there. Further south, we're looking at temperatures of around 4-5 degrees. Low enough for a touch of ground frost in some sheltered areas, and there could be some ice almost anywhere by the end of the night. Now, as we move into Sunday, watching this next area of low pressure starting to head in off the Atlantic, we start Sunday on a mainly dry and bright note for central, southern and southeastern parts of the country. Showers in the west, mainly rain showers for Wales and southwest England, just a little bit of winteriness over high ground. More sort of wintry type showers for northwestern Scotland, southwestern Scotland, northwest England and Northern Ireland, particularly over high ground, but not exclusively. There could be some winteriness in those showers at lower levels at times. Now, those showers will ease off through the course of the day as we bring heavy rain in across Ireland into northern England. Could be some temporary snow on the forward edge of that over the Pennines. It will turn back to rain. Probably keeping wintry showers for central and northern Scotland, and for the southern and southeastern parts of the country mainly dry with fairly decent sunny spells about. It will be turning cloudy through the course of the day. Tightly packed isobars here as well for England and Wales, so it will be quite a windy day. Temperatures tomorrow up to around 6, 7, 8 degrees in the south. In the north, around 2, 3, 4, it will be quite a chilly day. That low pressure is still with us as we go into Monday up to the north of Scotland. We've still got this trough here across the country, so we're looking at more heavy rain on New Year's Eve, I'm afraid. It's going to be a wet day for much of Scotland, England and Wales. That rain will clear from Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England through the day, but probably keep going for much of the day across England and Wales, and some of it will be really quite heavy. Again, there will be a risk of flooding on New Year's Day. Now, as the rain clears, it will turn colder again into Scotland, with showers turning wintry as this northwesterly wind comes in. Temperatures for New Year's Eve up to around excuse me, up to around 10, 11 degrees in the southeast, so quite mild down in the south, but turning colder again in the north. And as we move through to midnight on New Year's Day, so this is how it's looking for New Year revellers. I'm afraid we've still got more heavy rain in the southeast. The rain will keep going into the early hours of New Year's Day across East Anglia and South East England. A real washout there, I'm afraid. Anybody heading to London will need to take a raincoat and a mac, unless you're planning to indulge so much that you won't care. Going further north, we actually have wintry showers coming into Scotland and elsewhere. A lot of dry weather. It will be turning colder, so there could be some fairly widespread icy patches. So watch out from the Midlands northwards. There could be quite a lot of ice around in the early hours of New Year's Day. For New Year's Day itself, we're starting to build up this ridge of high pressure. This is a sign of a change to drier weather for later in the week. Many places having a dry day on New Year's Day with good sunny spells. It will be a nice day for walking off hangover. Plenty of sunshine. Some showers around northern and western facing hills and coasts. They could be wintry again across Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England, but many places actually having a dry day with sunny spells. It will be colder though, with temperatures in the north barely getting above freezing across Scotland. For England and Wales, probably up to around 4, 5, 6 degrees, about where we should be actually for the start of January. And then quickly going into Wednesday, we're building this high pressure, but we're taking a warm front across the country. So after perhaps a frosty start with sunny spells, it'll be turning cloudy across all areas with outbreaks of rain. The rain will be light and patchy in the south, but could be quite heavy in the north. Temperatures still cold on Wednesday at just 4 or 5 degrees, but eventually turning much milder in the west, up to around 10 or 11 degrees as that warm front moves through. High pressure is dominating the weather on Thursday, so lots of dry weather. Quite cloudy in the north. Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England have a lot of cloud, but further south, plenty of sunny spells and mainly dry weather for just about all of us, so those river levels will have a chance to start to recede. Temperatures much milder, a taste of spring perhaps in the air, with temperatures up to around 9, 10, maybe 11 degrees. 11 is 52 Fahrenheit. High pressure is still dominating on Friday, keeping a lot of dry weather going. Again, it's still probably quite cloudy for Scotland with this southwesterly wind and Northern Ireland, but for much of England and Wales, dry with some reasonable sunny spells. Maybe more in way of mist and fog though on Friday morning and again on Friday night, so that's something we have to watch out for at the end of the week for England and Wales. Could be some dense fog patches. Now, how long this lasts, as I said at the beginning of the video, open to question. By next weekend that high pressure may be starting to break down and we may start to introduce a much more unsettled southwesterly wind with more outbreaks of rain to the north and west, but that is quite speculative. Finally, having a look at the charts from the weather outlook, we've got a lot of rain across England and Wales today. Some of it will be heavy as that clears through during the afternoon and evening. We'll start to bring wintry showers into the west and the north of the country. Going into Sunday, and we're looking at more showers in the west, eventually merging into longer spells of rain for some parts of Ireland and Northern England as well. Some of the showers again will be wintry up over Scotland. Into New Year's Eve, more heavy rain for England and Wales. Could be marine wave flooding, turning brighter and colder to the north. Very wet in the southeast on New Year's, in the early hours of New Year's Day. For New Year's Day itself, good sunny spells, a lot of dry weather. Could be some showers around the western and northern coast, some of the wind sheet, but many places will be dry and fine with reasonable sunny spells. A warm front coming in across the country on Wednesday, taking cloud and rain. It will be quite a cold day, but eventually temperatures will lift up behind that warm front. I mean, it's mainly dry for Thursday and for Friday with good sunny spells, although probably more cloudy in the north and the west. Temperatures lifting up though, and we may have to worry about fog across England, Wales early and late, certainly by Friday. So that's it. In summary, it looks like we're going to have a very unsettled start to the period with lots of heavy rain coming up once again. And as we go into the second half of next week, it turns much drier and very mild as well. A taste of spring in the air. Well, all that remains is for me to wish all of you a very happy new year. Thanks for all your support during 2012. It's been a very exciting year for me, launching the website and becoming a weather forecaster. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I hope you've enjoyed the website. Thanks very much for your support throughout the year, and have a happy new year, and see you in 2013. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.